Welcome everyone. This is going to be our 3.4 update review. Now that we've had a good chance to fly around and try everything, we're going to give our thoughts, opinions, and at the end give our arbitrary number score for the patch.
Yay, numbers. So I just want to start by saying, yay, Misk. I'm very, very happy with this patch because it brought about every variant of the Freelancer, which, as we know, makes me very, very, very happy.
Yeah.
And having a chance to play around in them was really fun. And just seeing that they're almost here. I think they're classing it as polishing at the minute. Is awesome, really awesome, and I'm genuinely excited to swap out my Freelancer for I think a Max at the moment.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are kind of happy that these variants are now in the game. I know a lot of people have the Dur. Unfortunately, the Dur's not really got much to do right now.
No, eventually.
But it does look cool.
Yeah, of all the ships, that's my favourite as far as looks go. I just like all the little bits they're bolted on the side, and it genuinely does. They've done a really good job to make it look like it's going to go exploring, which is awesome. But unfortunately, like you said, I probably for another, I don't know, 6 months, 9 months, it's going to be basically a less useful Max.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. So, but it's here.
Right, what else we got? The Anvil Hulk. Haven't had a chance to look at these too much.
I did have a fly around in the Hawk, and hopefully you'll see some of my flying skills in a review soon. But it's actually really fun to fly. It's lightning fast. And I'm not going to quote any numbers right now. That's your job. But it's really fun to fly. It feels really small. Do you know what I mean? Like it is, but it feels tiny when you're flying it around. And
right.
And I was kind of testing it out and doing some sort of like, trying to get as low to the ground as possible. And it's so manoeuvrable. It's unreal. So very, very good little ship. And also what did it look like? I have to rack my brain. I probably say it while I'm flying around in it, but it reminds me a little bit of the monsters out of Hey Rico.
Black.
No, Hey Rico. God damn it! It's gonna drive me insane. Do you want to know more?
Starship Troopers.
Yes, that kind of like you'll have to see it. You'll have to see it when it's actually hovering in front of you. I just went, okay. Oh my god! It reminds me so much of that, and it's a cool looking ship, and I really enjoyed flying that. So I can imagine if the future holds many ships for me, that might be one of them actually.
Okay. What about the 600i touring version? Well, I mean, it looks kind of pretty.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just a 600i.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Basically, I think I did jump in one of these to have a look at a piano. I think it was. And the piano wouldn't spawn.
Oh no.
So it was kind of pointless. But
sad times.
Yeah, it looks about the same to be honest. So.
And we got the Reliant core improvements. Air quotes.
Air quotes. Yeah.
The improvement is a loose term I would put on this one, but we'll get to that in the Reliant core review, which is coming up soon.
Yes, very much.
We got the Louisville Business District, which looks very, very pretty.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to have a proper wander around it yet, which is a bit annoying, but I have seen it, and it does look very, very nice. So
it definitely needs some fleshing out. Unfortunately, there's one quest giver, and that's it. It's eye candy, really.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that could be the tagline for this game: Star Citizen. It could do with some fleshing out.
The other problem with it is it's a bit of a bit of an arse to get to, really.
Yeah.
The only train that goes, I think it's just the workers' district. So you can't just land and go there straight away. You have to get like 2 trains. It's a pain in the arse.
Oh yeah, that is annoying. The trains are cool. I like the fact that you have to travel places. It's fun, but yeah, sometimes you just think, oh god, really? Especially if you die or something. Because I mean, I've actually died on Louisville, just wandering around. All of a sudden, I've gone, oh, I broke a leg, die.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating.
I think that happened to me coming out of the back of the Freelancer.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Broke my leg, died, and then had to fly back from Port Olisar.
I think I ran into your Avenger, I think it was, in the back there, and that killed me as well. So, yeah, basically, it's like, you know, no running in the ship. That's the rule.
We got a couple of new mission givers. We got Constantine Hurston, who is in the business district, and we got Wallace Klim, which is who is a bit of a drug dealer on Levski. We had a problem with his mission, so we never actually got to finish it.
No, we lost our drugs.
We lost our drugs. Yep.
That was quite entertaining. Frustrating, but entertaining. Or should I say not entertaining for the people watching the stream, because we just basically went, I can't find my drugs. And they managed, they watched me for 10 minutes looking at the floor. Yeah, I mean, at least he gave us the quest. That's a good start.
That's a good start. Yeah, that's kind of the level that we expect when someone gets introduced. Is kind of half working. Yeah,
which I mean, last 3.3, that wasn't the case.
No, that was a really bad one.
This is, you know, already a step forwards. So.
And we got the shipjacker armor, which is kind of funky looking. Not everyone likes it. No,
as we covered in our last Spectrum drama, people certainly don't like the duct tape, but I think it looks alright. It's different. It's vastly different to other stuff out there, which I think is what people wanted, and they delivered. So not everyone's going to like it.
No. We got the ship item rentals in Arena Commander. Now this wasn't initially working. There was a strange bug where if your ship was not claimed in the PU, you couldn't select it in Arena Commander.
Right.
And people couldn't change weapons on them. But that's kind of been fixed now. But yeah, more problems with that.
Yeah.
We've got some patrol mission improvements. We've tried a few. We'll come back to the AI later.
Yeah.
There's big problems with the AI at the moment. VoIP and FOIOP improvements. Again, problems with both of those systems. I'm not really sure why they kind of pushed this out in 3.3.
Yeah.
Because it clearly needs a bit more work on it.
Definitely. I mean, most of the time it's not working. And when it is working, it's just bugged. So, yeah, I think that maybe they need to kind of strip that out, get it working, put it back in when it is actually, you know, functioning.
Yeah. Player interaction improvements. So a few more items you can pick up and move around in your hands.
Yeah.
Not particularly functional right now, but in the future, because very soon we should be getting like attachments for our guns, stuff like that. So it'll come into play a bit more there, where you can like inspect your gun and you can attach silencers or scopes or whatever you've got.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that because it'd be a little bit more like it is in VR, where you're actually grabbing something and putting it where it's supposed to go. That's cool.
We got some Scramble race improvements. Haven't tested these out yet. Not really fussed about Scramble races, to be perfectly honest.
No, that's not what I got this game for.
No.
Full stop.
Retrieval and delivery mission improvements. Again, problems. We'll come back to that later.
Yep.
And quantum travel improvements. Now, they say improvements, but from what I can tell, all they've done is add some overheating mechanic,
Yeah.
which, if you're in a smaller ship, can get a little bit annoying. The strange thing is that it's easily remedied by overclocking your coolers.
Yeah.
And overclocking your coolers doesn't do anything else. It doesn't degrade the component at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't get damaged by you doing this, so there's literally no point in you not overclocking your coolers.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like they've put this feature into the game in order to make you use another feature that's already in the game, for really no reason. And I think the way that they should have done this is they should have made it not like a mini game, but when you overclock a PC, there are certain things you have to keep in consideration when you do it. You know, if I push this number here, it might make this number too high, and then it'll be unstable. If they did a similar system when you overclock, that you have to kind of get it right, or you could crash your ship, stuff like that. You know, that would be awesome. It would just give a whole new element to having to prepare for a long jump and stuff. That'd be wicked.
Well, you saying that, as of 3.3, supposedly ship system degradation is in the game.
Oh.
But it doesn't work.
No. I haven't seen anything degrade.
Nothing. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The system is down as released, but it's not there.
So I wonder if sometimes what they mean by released is that the functionality is there, it's just not turned on. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. That one's gone under the radar a little bit.
Yeah. I must admit, I haven't seen any bile spewing from people's faces on Spectrum, so people don't seem to mind too much about that one.
No. For weapons, we got the Ravager, which is a sort of double-barreled shotgun type deal. Haven't tested that one out yet.
No, me either.
Need to have a look at. You know, another shotgun. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks good as well. It's beefy as hell.
Yeah. Might be kind of useful for the AI missions.
Yeah.
Or if you want to shoot pirates on Korea.
Yeah. Which is always fun. When they're not shooting back at you.
When they're not shooting back. Yeah.
We'll come back to that in a minute.
And we got some revisions to ship weapons. The Joker Sucker Punch and the Bearing Sawbuck Repeater, which is cool. I definitely know the Sawbuck needed a bit of love. It was a very underwhelming weapon.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch I've not used too much, so okay.
Yeah.
Core tech wise, we got some improvement to video comms. Again, we don't really notice these too much because VoIP's not working.
Yeah.
Probably, and there's not too many video calls in the game at the moment, apart from when you're trying to land your ship. So
no, and every video call I've had so far from NPCs has had no sound.
Yeah, that's another problem. Yeah. Performance-wise, the patch seems pretty good. I haven't had one crash.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did. I had some real issues, although I've got some separate issues. And the last video we did, I said I'm gonna reinstall over the weekend, and then I never got the chance. So I'm still running on a real ropey system. But the actual game runs really perfectly. Although, again, I can't get above 30 frames. But it runs really nice. But I did the other day, I think I crashed maybe 4 times in a row. And in the end, I just went, nope, done. But that's quite unusual for me, because I don't normally crash. I normally have all of the ongoing problems. It's normally you that crashes. So, yeah, so that is an unusual thing for me. I think that was a one-off. I don't think I'll judge this patch on that, so...
No. What we will judge this patch on, though, is all the other stuff that's not working.
Yeah.
AI is a big problem in Star Citizen right now.
Yeah.
Half the time in space combat patrol missions, the AI just sort of sits there and doesn't do a thing.
Yep.
They just take it and get killed. They really don't care. AI in the ground missions, again, they just kind of stand there a lot of the times. Just they don't care either. Mission givers sometimes just stand there looking at you blankly. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they've done to the AI, but there's some serious AI and quest-related problems in this patch.
Yeah, it's weird as well because they've put here that they've put in this like smooth locomotion improvements. In other words, you know, when they run around and stuff, it's not so janky. But they don't run around because they are stationary because they're not aggressive.
Yeah.
I did speak to someone on our Discord who said that they were shot at by an NPC in Korea.
Okay.
So it's not like a completely broken situation, but it is a 98% broken situation because so far I've never seen an NPC that has been aggressive. It's just stood there and just took it on the chin. The mission we did have, where we actually finally had an AI, he just stood and looked at you, and there was no one else there for this entire mission, just that one dude in a room on his own.
That's the one, yeah.
And it's just, yeah, there's no way that they need to address the AI situation rather than just putting out a patch note saying, look what we did, we improved it. And you're like, you can't improve something that's broken. The improvement would be fixing it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, fix it. Don't improve it, fix it.
What other downsides have we got in this patch?
Good question.
I'm getting a lot of crime stat issues.
Yeah.
If what was that one we had the other day where I was flying your ship
Yeah.
and you fell off the dashboard
And died.
And died somehow.
As I do, you know.
And I got a full crime stat for that.
Yeah. And what did I do? I did something equally not aggressive. Oh no, I killed a man. No, never mind. Yeah, that happens occasionally. But yeah, no, that sort of thing where, like, you know, if I have an accident whilst you're flying my ship, I'm an idiot. You're not a criminal, you know. So yeah, I think the way that they judge blame is a little bit skewed. But I mean, it must be a difficult thing to judge because they think, right, well, you don't own my ship. You're currently flying my ship. I was technically hit by the ship. That's what killed me.
Yeah.
And so you run me over. Is the way the game looks at it, I think.
Yeah. Well, I had another one a few days. No, this was before the holiday, I think it was, where we put a dragonfly in the back of my Avenger. The dragonfly freaked out.
Yeah.
And damaged my ship, but I got a crime stat for it.
I mean, I can tell you why you got a crime stat for that. I think it again revolves around me injuring myself. Because when that thing freaked out, it pushed me out of your ship, and I fell to my death. Okay. And I think you got blamed for that as well. Basically, if I die in this game through my own stupid fault, you'll get blamed for it. It's my fault. Yeah. I like this rule. But yeah,
beginning of the patch, we had some problems with the party system as well, where we couldn't get in each other's ships, or what was the other one? There was another. We couldn't see each other as well.
Couldn't get in each other's ships, and we couldn't see each other's marker, unless you were like next to me, you know. And I mean, that seems to be hit and miss at the moment because it's not always working. Like, I'd love to say that seems to be fixed now, but I did have it the other day where, or you did, where you still couldn't, even when I unlocked it, you couldn't open the back of my ship. And you were ended up locked in my ship as well. I had to open the door for you. So again, that is still a little bit broken.
So overall, I don't know if I'm happy with this patch or not.
It's a weird one to judge, because most of what they've said they'll do, they've done, but the problem is that I think all of the positives just don't outweigh the fact that the main gameplay now is missions and they're broken.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've got to agree with you. The pluses don't really balance out with the negatives on this one. All the other patches seem to have worked out all right.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a few down points, but overall they've been good additions. This one was meant to be a patch almost dedicated to quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
But it seems to have caused more problems than it fixed.
Definitely. Quality of life is a little bit lower now. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that they're kind of, I don't know, I think the problem is that they keep getting these knock-on effects where they bring something out and it doesn't work, and then that affects the patch after it. And then if that then affects the patch after that, you've got this snowball effect. And I think they're at this situation now where they're fighting fires with these patches. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're putting out half-arsed patches, because they're not. They're working their asses off. But, you know, still, I mean, silly things like the entirety of mission systems being so bugged that a lot of the times it just seems, if you want to do a mission, you are better off going and playing something else. And that's a real shame, because you know, we've all run cargo till we're blue in the face, and now we want to actually kind of do some things. And they've touted them as well. It's not like they've gone, oh well, you know, we've got some missions but they're really broken. They're like, have missions, and then they don't work. So that's a real frustration, and that really does put a big negative on this patch. The fact that we're 2 patches in now to having kind of relatively consistent missions and they're still not working.
Yeah, I think that they've done really well to get these quarterly patches out on schedule. They've definitely done a good job there, and they are working their asses off.
Yeah,
but I'm with you on the belief that they're getting a few problems with each patch, and each one of those problems is compounding another system.
Yeah,
and it's going to get worse. I think a lot worse. They could even do with one quarterly patch, just fixing things.
Yeah.
Like, don't add any ships, don't add any areas or characters. Yeah. Just fix what's there.
It's funny, I was just about to say exactly the same thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would make me sad if I didn't see these freelancers this patch. But if they said, I can't give you freelancers this patch, and I can't give you a Hawk, and you know, I can't give you these new NPCs, but we've spent that entire time fixing the mission system and it works perfectly, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. They need to swing their focus a little bit. If they get to that point where something has been out now for 3 or 4 patches and it's still not working, you need to rethink the roadmap a little bit. It's got to be an ever evolving thing. It can't be something that you go, we're doing that and that's what we said we'll do, so we'll do that, because that's not always going to work.
Well, I mean, it's not, because they're always pushing things back to the next patch. I mean, that's the reason why we haven't got salvaging and refueling and all that in this.
But have you ever seen them push a ship back?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll let them off then.
Just because they recently pushed back the variants for the Reliant, the Tana, Sen, and the Mako. They got moved to 3.5, I think. Okay.
I mean, I'll let them off for that then.
I think the 300i rework, the 300 series rework got pushed back as well.
Yeah.
Maybe. Although I think that's nearly done now. As for 3.5, we've got a lot of features there. I mean, they've got a whole planet. They've got ArcCorp
Yeah.
the city planet, coming the end of March. But according to the roadmap, they haven't even started that yet. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you know, I've learned now to sort of take all of this with a pinch of salt, because the problem is as well is that they will push it out. They'll figure out a way to push out what they need to push out on their roadmap. But that's not always a good thing, because they're just going to end up with these sorts of problems again, where it's just never ending broken things. So yeah, I think AI would make a lot of people happy if they could fix that. Definitely, that would definitely add a few, whatever we're going to call these things, to their score. You know,
Yeah.
but as it stands at the minute, yeah, it's not a big negative. It's just I didn't really see that many positives from it, especially if you compare it to the last patch, where they suddenly turned this game into a playable game.
Playable. Yeah.
You know, so that, I mean, you're never going to beat that patch, because that literally allowed us to go back on and go, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like when you walk around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, they got some good bits in this, but overall, too many problems, I think.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to give this patch our final score, and 3.4 gets a 3 out of 5 cow heads.
Yes. 3 of the most crying cow faces you can find. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think middle of the road, it didn't do anything that great, but it didn't break anything. You know, it's just middle of the road. So yeah.
It didn't, completely break something.
No.
It did kind of mess with the AI. That's the biggest downside here.
Yeah.
Is the AI behavior at the moment is so bad.
Yeah. I think if they could just get that working, they would definitely have minimum 4 cow faces. So,
Yes.
So sort your AI out, and maybe we can push another cow face onto this screen.
Okay, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you agree, disagree, any arguments you want to throw out for or against our score. If you like the vid, leave a like, and for your new people, subscribe for more Star Citizen content. Bye for now.
Bye bye.